Okay, let's talk about how to extract the item counts for assemblies and also get some parameters for multiple assemblies that are in session. So if we take a look at this particular in session of Creo, we can see that we have two assemblies in here. And to get this easily and make this process more dynamic, I'm going to create a table. And that table is where I'm going to just say my ASYMODLS. So we're going to write that to wow tab. And that table is going to be just kind of empty by default. And then we're going to use a different command to get files. There's a table application get files command, which we're going to use to get the ASM files. And we're going to write those to the assembly models table. So if we run this just as it is now, you're going to see that it's created that tab and written out the list of files that are currently in session. That are assemblies. Now to get the bill of materials of each of those, or the item counts and some of the parameters, we're going to actually create another table because we need to write this to a table. And we'll call this BOM data. And we're going to write that to the same wow tab. And in this particular case, we're going to feed this with a report item count params function. And we're going to use the TBL ASY models table to feed that. Now we can, of course, this is also going to require some parameter names too. So we're going to put in description, and let's also add in, let's put in engineered by. And then we're going to write that to BOM data. So we're basically creating a table or clearing it and then writing the current list of assemblies to it. Then we're creating or clearing a table if it already exists and writing out. We're using that table that we've created up here and its content to be basically iterated upon to get the bill of materials, the reporting, the item count parameters with these parameters to that table. So when we run this, you'll notice that it's automatically creating that extra table there. And if we expand this out, you'll notice that so this is the list of assemblies that are in session, and you can see the first assembly is listed here with its content and the quantities of each of those items. And then, of course, the description and engineered by values. These are parameters within those models. And in the second assembly that's being reported here, you can see the content that it has and also the fact that it does have description but does not have an engineered by variable. So once you have this data out, you're just a hop skipping away from kind of running this through Power Query to do other analysis, like if you wanted to compare structure or content, compare parameter names and values, or do cost estimation. I mean, there's all kinds of things you could do with this. So just a quick overview of how to get some bills of materials for multiple assemblies that are in session and write them to a table with some parameter data.